Hey guys, Angus here. Those of you who don't know me, I'm also Deathcore Airsoft, and this channel, The Farm Airsoft Field, which is my personal vlog channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is a Deadliest Warrior review. I like that show a lot, always watch it every Wednesday night, this being Season 3, and I'm going to be reviewing the episode with the matchup of U.S. Army Rangers versus the North Korean Special Operations Forces. This was the episode everybody wanted to see, so I figured I'd start off my reviews with this one, and I'll go back and do the two previous episodes. Now, I did enjoy this episode. I wasn't amazingly looking forward to it like everyone else. I guess everyone's into the modern military nowadays, and that's what they all want to see. But more so, I wasn't amazingly looking forward to this one. Just another episode, you know. I had picked the U.S. Army Rangers to win. I wanted the U.S. Army Rangers to win. I don't know who would want the SOF to win. I mentioned there's somebody who wanted to win, but not me. Starting off, bias, I always feel there's a slight bit of bias whenever there's a United States warrior involved in the matchup, because if you do look at it, it's a United States film show. It is showed over in other countries, United Kingdom, all that, I believe. But, you know, in the United States-based show, we kind of want our guys to win. And also, if you look at all the previous matchups, which the only exception being Green Berets versus Spetsnaz, every time the United States has prevailed. So, even the Apache versus the Gladiator, North America and United States wins. So anyway, as usual, even though there's a small fragment of it, I do feel there's a slight bit of bias towards the United States Army Rangers. Anyway, moving on with the testing. First testing is of their longer range rifles, their sniper rifles, which the SOF brings the PSL, I believe it's called, and the United States Army Rangers bring the SR-25. Now in this matchup, I had picked the SR-25 to win just because, you know, it's a very good gun. SR-25 goes first. Their objective is to hit 4 kind of in the open targets, 1 moving target, and then a hidden sniper. The SR-25 takes out all 6 targets in 1 minute 48 seconds, and also, especially with one specifically gory kill, where the bullet takes a spin off a chain link fence, goes into the body, and pretty much destroys it. Adding on to that, the SR-25 has a 20-round box magazine, so it does have the advantage over the PSL, which only holds 10 rounds per magazine. That being said, when the PSL comes up, he does take a bit longer, does kill all 6 targets, but he takes a bit longer, being that he does have to reload in the middle. He takes, I believe, a little over 2 minutes to take out all those targets. So time-wise, and also with the 20-round box magazine, I believe, the edge is given to the SR-25 of the United States Army Rangers. The next weapon, hand-to-hand combat, is that they compare is the SOF's kind of martial art form. I'm not 100% sure what they called it. And the U.S. Army's, I believe it was Salpei or something, which utilizes headbutts, you know, the knee stomps, and also mainly using your weapon to kill the other guy and not worrying about your hands, try and get that weapon up and shoot him. Since there's really, I guess, they really couldn't compare them amazingly, they mark it as even, and it is considered even in hand-to-hand combat. Next test after that, they compare their assault rifles, which the United States Army Rangers bring the M4, and the SOF brings the AKM. Now, in this scenario, they have to go through a kill house and eliminate all these different targets, one that actually spins around at the end, and the SOF is up first. He goes in and completes the course in exactly 30 seconds and eliminates all targets with, I believe, 2 shots per target, and the experts are amazed at how much energy the AKM is packing into the bullets going into those targets. So they're already, you know, very impressed by that. The M4 goes up. The M4 is, both of these guns use 30-round magazines. The AKM, after that test, does have ammo to spare in its magazine after the kill house, whereas the M4, this guy goes in, pretty much lights up each target, kills all the targets, and gets it done in 30 seconds. I believe he does spend his 30-round magazine in there. And mainly the edge is given to the AKM, more so because they're impressed by, the AK, truthfully I believe, is a little bit better of a gun than the M4. It's a reliable weapon, it's durable, and also they were amazed by the energy packing into the targets. Moving on from there, final test would be the SOF's, I believe it was called the Box Mine, versus the Rangers' Claymore. Now, the first test is of the Box Mine, and the Box Mine is set up where they have one dummy going to step on it and 2, you know, certain distances behind him. They detonate the box mine. The target stepping on its leg is blown off. However, he is barely dead. The patch is barely tripped, so he's barely dead. He'd more so probably be alive just with his leg gone. and the targets behind him, they're fine. So the box mine only basically, mortally badly wounds one target, the other two are fine. Now testing the Claymore not only basically destroys the guy who is stepping on it in the little testing scenario, and the two guys behind him are riddled with shrapnel, and their shock patches are tripped. They're killed from the shock of the blast. So now when you go into when they're going to give the edge to whichever weapon, I was a little scared they were going to give it to the box mine. And I was thinking, there's no way you can do it, because the one guy was continuing to go on about how you can place multiple of them, and they don't care who they kill. That's an extreme there. They don't care who they kill, but the Claymore is given the edge, and I 100% agree with that. It's a much more deadly weapon. It's shooting all these pellets, killing all these people. I believe it's a much more deadly weapon. I'm glad they give the edge to the Claymore over the box mine. So going into the final scenario, the simulation, the score basically is 4 edges given to them, counting the even hand-to-hand combat. It's Rangers 3, SOF 2. Going into the simulation, I found the simulation very predictable. I've watched Deadliest Warrior a lot in the past couple seasons, of course, this being the 3rd season that I've watched, it is the 3rd season of the show. I can pretty much tell who's going to win just by how they kill each other, who's dead. When you get 2 at the end, one of those guys is going to die, and then that remaining guy is going to kill the other guy and win. That's exactly what happened here, and I found it pretty predictable. Now, I'm going to give away who wins, so if you haven't watched it yet, please be prepared for the spoiler here and stop the video if you don't want to know who wins. Anyway, the simulation starts off with the Rangers entering into the SOF-held area, which there are a bunch of different X factors given off right before the simulation begins. Not 100% sure what they were, can't exactly remember, but one of those is terrain. This is being fought, the simulation is being fought on the Korean Peninsula. And what happens at the beginning is the Ranger sniper pulls out the SR-25 and immediately takes out 2 of the SOF soldiers. One, I believe, the enemy sniper, and the other just, a guard down at the bottom. At this point, the other Rangers roll in. The lead Ranger steps on a box mine. His leg is blown off, but he's not dead. Another Ranger moves forward to retrieve his wounded comrade. Firing breaks out between the 2 groups. The SOF, I believe, a little up on a rooftop, and the Rangers down on the ground. The Ranger going to retrieve his wounded comrade is killed, and firing continues to go on, and eventually the Ranger with his leg blown off is shot as well, and he is killed, so it's down to 3 on 3. At this point, the SOF runs inside a building, and the Rangers follow. 2 SOF run up to get on the rooftop. One of them is shot on the stairway as he fires a couple shots at the Rangers, so it's now 3 on 2, and the other SOF manages to get to the rooftop, where the Ranger's sniper is planting a Claymore mine. As he's planting it, he has planted it. He's going to back up so he can detonate it, get a safe distance away. The SOF rounds the corner, shoots him, doesn't kill him though, and that Ranger chooses to sacrifice his own life and detonate the Claymore, killing not only himself but also his enemy that had just shot him. Therefore, it is now down to 2 on 1. Like I said, the predictability there, I pretty much said Rangers are going to win 2 on 1. One of them is going to get killed, and the other one is going to kill the remaining SOF, which actually did go ahead and happen. Now, how it happens is the one Ranger is shot by the SOF, who then runs downstairs into sort of the basement of the building, and for some reason he doesn't have the gun anymore. I don't remember if he dropped it or he ran out of ammo or something, but for some reason he chooses to get rid of his gun, and the Ranger pursues him. The Rangers ambush down in the basement. They get into a hand-to-hand combat scenario there, fighting against each other, and they eventually get into the final stance. The Ranger and the SOF are locked in combat. The Ranger headbutts him, knee stomps him, pushes him away a slight bit, raises the M4, and shoots him in the chest, killing him, and therefore ending the simulation with the Rangers standing alive, the winner of the matchup yelling, "Rangers lead the way." And when it comes down to how many battles they won, I believe the Rangers only won by actually less than 10 battles, so it was a very close matchup. It was fairly entertaining. Like I said, I wasn't too big looking forward to it like everyone else, but apparently it was fairly entertaining. I do say the episode was rather good. The only thing I, again, could say is that the simulation I felt was very predictable. And again, with the U.S. Warrior involved, I do feel there's a slight bit of bias towards the U.S. Warrior. So, right now, after the past 2 episodes before that one, I'm actually 3-0 for my Deadliest Warrior picks. I picked Washington, he won. I picked Joan of Arc, she won. And I picked the United States Army Rangers to win this one, which is exactly what happened. So if you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube. Wait till it's on Spike. Simulation was definitely entertaining. And with that being said, guys, going to go ahead and end the vlog here. Hope you liked the video. Let me know what you like of these Deadliest Warrior reviews. I will be doing more of them. Thanks for watching.